Hello. So we're building this website on localhost. You will see the address here, localhost slash Pleasant Place Store. Okay, so it's a WordPress website on localhost, and there is this background which we don't want here. So we want to remove it. The natural thing you want to do is enable Visual Builder and then remove the image background. But surprisingly, you find that once you enable Visual Builder, the background is actually not there because it's been removed earlier. So can you see the background is not showing anymore? But when you visit the website, the main website page, it's still showing. So what do you do in that kind of situation? Okay, so we're basically troubleshooting because I'm wondering what the issue is. Because if you go to edit now, okay, but before editing, let me open the page somewhere else so that we can compare. This is the main page, then this is the page that we're editing. Look at the address in the URL, sorry, the URL in the address bar. That will help you see the difference. Can you see this one has this extra information showing that it's a page we're editing? Then you can also see exit Visual Builder, which shows we're on Visual Builder. So here we're not seeing the background, but on the main page, if you visit the website directly, you are seeing all of that. So what I'm going to do naturally is I want to edit the section or the row. This is the row now. So if I go to the row and I look at the background, that's the first thing that you would think, but there's no background there. Okay, you check the images, there is no background. Then you go to the section housing that row, you check also background under the image type, there is no background. So where is the background coming from? We don't know. Sometimes things like this happen and you just want to diagnose what the issue is. So in this case, there is not one way to hit. Okay, the point is to achieve what you want to achieve. In this case, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the image. This is the image now in the background. I've recognized the image, so I will look for that image on the website in the media library. Then I'll delete it and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. This is the website. Let me go back to the dashboard and the media library. This is the media. So once I click this, it goes to the media library. I can place my mouse on media and pick library. So I look for that image. This is the image. So since I don't need it on the website for any other purpose, I can as well just delete it. So can you see? Delete. Well, let me even view the attachment page and see if we can get some more information about where it's being used. Okay, so let's just delete it and see what happens. So now we've deleted it, so I'll refresh. I'll visit the site again. It's still showing. Then something else is the matter. You may simply want to create your page all over again. Just create your page all over again. Probably this information is saved somewhere in the database, or because we have removed it, we've even removed it from the website, so it shouldn't show anymore. Okay, fine, it's no longer showing. So that means the browser has cached it before. So what I did now was I pressed Control and then I refreshed. So the image has now disappeared. So we have deleted it. So can you see? So it's no longer showing. Then here also we have this background. We have this background also here. So what I'm going to do is the same thing. I'll just do the same thing. Look for the image. So this is the image. Can you see this image in the background? So I'm going to look for that and delete it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is that image and then delete. So I'll refresh. If refreshing alone does not change it, I'll control refresh. Then if that also still does not change it, then that means it has not changed. Okay, can you see the image has disappeared now? Control refresh. So what is left now is, okay, we still have this background here which we don't know where it's coming from. So let's edit this section and see, maybe we're missing something. Okay, this is the section now, popular brands. Let's check it on the other page. Where is it? Okay, so this is the main website now. So under popular brands, can you see there is this background here, but we don't want a background there, and it has actually been removed. Can you see under visual editor, it's not showing. Under visual builder, we can't see that background. So but let's just check again under background. Okay, there is no background. So where is the background coming from? Again, we don't know. So let's change the background and see what happens. Maybe let's just put a background there and see if that changes anything. Okay, so we have this here now. Let's just save and now refresh on the other page. Okay, no change. So you can view page source and see if you can investigate anything or inspect elements. Let's inspect and inspect that background. Okay, so what is showing here excuse me, what is showing here is as though there is a column color. There is a column color. Okay, can you see? It is a column, and then there is this column color in the background. So let's go and check the columns. Delete this, we didn't want it in the first place. Okay, so even under the column settings, there's still no background, so it's not clear where this is coming from at all. So one other thing that might happen is maybe there is some CSS code that is controlling stuff here. So let's inspect that too. Let's go to, okay, you haven't even activated CSS here. So let's say CSS under this place. Okay, there is no custom CSS, so we can safely assume that this is just an issue with, it could be an issue with the server. Maybe there is some residual information saved that is bringing this up, which should not be, because we should be able to change this now. So what I'm going to do now is I'll create a new page using this page as a template, and then we'll see what happens. So let's create a new page. But if that still doesn't work, then we can just create our page afresh, because this page was actually created from an existing template which had all of these designs. So maybe some things have been hard coded into the template. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll use Visual Builder. Let me give the page a name. Let me call it I'll just call it store. Okay, I'm just calling it that for now. You can call it whatever name you want to call it. It's supposed to be, or it might end up being, the replacement for the home page, but I just called it store for now. So choose a pre-made layout. I'm going to okay, now I'm not using a pre-made layout now. I'm cloning an existing page, so I want to clone that page. And I think that page is the home page. Yes, so your existing pages is not loading it yet, so I can just go elsewhere first, then come back here. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is the page we're trying to clone, so I pick that. Okay, so can you see it here now? So I want to see if it's going to repeat the same issue. Can you see it's showing clean now? It's showing clean, no background, just as it's showing on the other part. But remember, we're still on Visual Editor or Visual Builder. So let us publish, or maybe even save draft first. And then let's exit Visual Builder and see if we can preview what it looks like. Can you see? Okay, it's looking clean now. Let's exit Visual Builder on the other page and also see what happens. Sorry, when you open too many tabs, sometimes you're wondering which is which. So let me just close some. Okay, so this is the new one that we just created. Then this is the old one, which is not being edited. So let's go to the, okay, we have closed the version we're editing. So this is the old one, which is not being edited. So let us enable Visual Builder. Okay, so it's not showing. So let us exit Visual Builder and see if it still won't show. Exit Visual Builder. Now that we have exited Visual Builder, it's showing. So but on the new page that we built, once we exit Visual Builder, it's not showing. So let's publish this page and see what happens. I'm going to change the name. Let me call it home. I'll call it home. I didn't want to call it home before because I thought a page has been created with that name, but now I see that the page was not even named home, so I'm going to call it home and then I'll publish. Let me check the permalink. Okay, the permalink is also /home. Okay, so that's fine. So let me just publish that. I'll publish that now. So this is the link. I can view page now. Click this and view page, and this is exactly what we want. We want it to be clean like this. Okay, so we have achieved that goal. So that means the thing was not there all along. It's just some residual information that maybe WordPress did not process it right. So what we just did was we created a new page. We first deleted that image in the background to be sure that we are not including anything that you don't want to include, but the other background is still showing. So what we just did was we created another page and cloned that existing page, and the issue is no longer there. So this is one of the ways that you can troubleshoot issues. You are going to encounter stuff, and then just you need to now think of, okay, what could be the issue? So what can I do? What if I try this? And then you find out what the issue is. So it's not like I've done this before, so it's a new issue for me also, but because of the experience I have an idea of, okay, could this be the issue? Could that be the issue? And that is what I have done now to diagnose the issue or to troubleshoot and to get it fixed. Okay, so this is it now. So I can now set this home page as the Pleasant Place Store /home. I can set this as the home page for the website. So to do that, I just go back to the dashboard, then I go to settings, I go to reading, then here under static page, can you see this is the former home page? So I now pick the new one, home, and I save changes. So once I go to the website now, I don't need to go to Pleasant Place Store /home. Once I go to localhost /Pleasant Place Store, it will display that new page. So you will find that once I refresh now, this background will no longer be there. Everything will be clean, just like we want it. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna refresh now. Great, can you see? So this is it.